Hello and welcome to a walkthrough of our new virtual instrument, Vocal Colors. I'm Uli from Galaxy Instruments. Vocal Colors is based on synergy, on the synergy between the most human and touching instrument of all, the human voice, with all its emotional capabilities and sound colors, and the enhanced and extended engines of our color series, which take vocal expressiveness to a different level. And as the instrument itself, the recording process was a very intuitive one. I've invited Gemma Andersby, who is one of the excellent singers of this project, to talk a bit about the voice as an instrument, the reason for its magic, and about the recording sessions of Vocal Colors.
The recording process with Uli was a lot of fun, and it was very creative and very experimental. We didn't go through a list of things that we wanted to tick off. But we looked for different emotional expressions and different colours in the voice, and it was amazing to see how this translated directly onto the instrument and still remained organic. For me, the human voice is very special because with an instrument like a guitar, you have always a barrier in between, but the human voice, there are no barriers. There's nothing in between the emotion and the intention and the listener. So it makes it very, very moving. Yeah, they say before we even used language, we would sing together in circles, using vowels and chanting. So this can reach deeper places in us and, almost archaic. What makes the voice so versatile is that so many different components come together. You have anatomy, you have the vocal resonators, breath, and also the intention and the emotion behind it. And with all these possibilities, we have our own vocal toolbox, and you can jumble them up and mix them together and create so many different sounds. Yeah, what amazes me about this instrument is that it manages to combine the electronic world with the organic world of the human voice, and then opens up a whole new world of possibilities, but still this human organic quality remains.
So let's dive right in and talk a little bit about the sample content. Gemma mentioned the voice's versatility. Vocal Colors features a wide variety of deep sampled articulations, from pure, which is the biggest part, to designed, to processed, to hybrid. There are pads, one-shots, pulses, rhythms, effects or reverses. With organic modulation like aleatoric re-attacks or changing vowels, with different techniques like vocal fry or ultra breath, or special ones like yodel, flip or subharmonics. We've got multi-sampled rhythms, noises and mouth percussion, specially processed vocals like melody artifacts or shared glitches, so there's a lot. Plus, we had a few self-imposed rules, which took a lot of effort and time during the recordings, but it was worth it. The first one, all samples are double-tracked, which means the samples have been recorded twice for adding richness, depth and width to the sound. Sometimes you might prefer a solo voice though, and switch to the single voice version. And use an artificial vocal doubler instead, from our modulation effects. But actually the richness of real double tracking is pretty much unrivaled. Most of the sample sets have been recorded with both female and male vocalists for a wide natural range of up to 4 octaves. The ranges are visualized and their split point is adjustable on the tone page. And it goes even lower, as for some sounds we have recorded so-called subharmonics, which is a special singing technique that produces harmonics an octave below the fundamental tone. Some other sample features. As vocal recordings are quite sensitive to pitching, the samples are chromatically recorded in half notes. We have round-robin samples for the decade sounds for organic repetitions. Vocals with a slow attack can be tightened to fit with the rhythm and reproduce different release samples. But now let's switch to what Gemma called the vocal toolbox, and this is a good spot to introduce a short music piece so I can demonstrate some of those tools in a musical context. This electro pulse is based on continuously evolving vowel changes. It's being accompanied by a pure breathy voice. Now kind of a chopped vocal is coming up. A beatbox hi-hat with some form and shifting joins in. And finally, a build-up with a rough arpad brings this little track to its climax. Now let's hear that electro pulse without motion. It's a pure vocal pad with changing vowels. You see, one benefit of the human vocal tract compared to other instruments is its ability to change its form and its volume continuously, and this way changing the sound spectrum, the formants, the vowels. So the voice can continuously modulate in an organic way like no other instrument. In this case, the modulation on top of it is done by a resonant low-pass filter with a hard LFO modulation. And even this electropulse takes benefit of the organic voice modulation, as the evolvement is still present even when being filtered and hacked by the effect and motion engines of vocal colors. The second sound of our track is basically a pure, very breathy humming. Breath is another important part of the human voice. With a breathy tone, the singer kind of invites the listener to come closer. It conveys vulnerability and intimacy, and also kind of glues different voices together. For that reason, we developed a breath module based on different breath samples. And now to the third sound, which introduces 2 new categories. In vocal colors, we still have the same sound-generating engines as in its predecessor, piano colors, which are the 2 layers and the particles engine. But the layers got 2 new modules for generating pulses and rhythms. Every sound in vocal colors can be a loop, and this way a pulse sound. The loop can be in sync or free. You can set its starting point, its length, and its end easily with your mouse. It can be played forward, reversed, or both. And its starting point as well as its range can be modulated by motion. So you can get synced pulsating pads, kind of chopped vocals, or repetitive loops. Now to rhythms. Similar to pulses, but they stay in time and, which is great, can keep their playing position. So you can harmonically and melodically play a rhythm. Also modulatable by motion, which is the case for our chopped vocal bit. Finally, here is our music piece without talking over it. Thanks for watching.